Hello, my name is Chris Poloniato, and today my team and I will be looking at the Windsor Lancers women's basketball team to see if they feel, as women, that they receive fair representation. I'm going to throw it over to Nina.
Hi, so my name is Nina. I'm the reporter for today. I'd like to introduce Kayah Clarke, who is a Lancer. Since then, she has a 68-28 conference record. So do you think your success is proportionally recognized in comparison to males?
In my personal experience, on the team, yes. I haven't really realized any disproportional media coverage.
In the future, what would you do to make women's sport more inclusive and more talked about in sports in general?
It would be to involve men more in it. I think it's become a battle of women versus men. I mean, it's obvious that in the domain of sport, men have that platform. So if we invite them to support us, some of the biggest things I see is for example, LeBron James will go watch WNBA games. That brings attention.
I want to introduce you guys to a well-known coach, Chantal Valee, a coach and general manager of a professional basketball team. So how do you feel about crossing that boundary?
When they first hired me or offered me the job, I didn't know that was going to be a first in the world, that was be crossing any kind of boundaries. I was really excited to be able to coach professional basketball and to be able to touch a little bit of the NBA and the G League and see how things happen over there. So it wasn't something that worried me at first. When I learned that I was the first female, I got a little bit nervous. I thought, I better not mess this up. I have to do a really good job.
I'm sure you read the article written by Alan Wilderman. Yeah. He talks about how your success is usually shadowed by other teams' success. How do you feel?
A little frustrating, but being a woman, you don't think every day, I'm a woman, oh my gosh. You do what you do. You do what you're passionate about. You play sport, you compete, you go to school, you learn to become good at your profession.
Analyst on CTV, which is a well-known news outlet. How do you think you can change this as a role as a female?
I think the more that we see women being successful on TV in places or roles where it was only men before, so that could be an analyst, that could be a coach, that could be an athlete, then maybe some young girls would be like, I can do this too.
Introduce Mike Havey, the athletic director for the Lancers department. What can you do as an athletic director to help increase awareness towards female sport?
Making sure that there's an equality between, the kind of advanced publication that we send out, so whether it be through Twitter, on the web page, Instagram, an equal representation through our entire student-athlete cohort.
Have you noticed a shift towards more female inclusivity?
I've been at the University of Windsor since 1991. Yeah, I think it's gotten better. The University of Windsor has always had at its heart this notion of, equity in terms of the way that the student-athletes get treated. So the allocation of athletic financial aid is the same, and actually it's a little bit better for women than it is for men on a sport basis, and that's driven by OUA.
There you have it. Kayah, Coach Valee, and Mike Havey all agree that the Lancers do a great job of representing women's sports locally, but more work can be done on the larger stage. Thanks for tuning in.